Hello subscribers and viewers. Today we'll be taking a look at the Giganotosaurus released in 2020 by Papo, a very controversial figure that I got recently. If you saw the video I posted yesterday, you would know my aunt got me this on Amazon. And this figure is amazing, but there are a few minor drawbacks of this figure. And no, I do not hate the pose. I kind of actually like it, but please don't hate me in the please don't give me hate comments. Today I will touch on why this figure is amazing as we get into the video. But first, some stats. Giganotosaurus, which name translates to giant southern lizard, is a genus of Carnosauria, which would have lived in the Albanian stage of the lower Cretaceous. It would have been 12 meters tall and 4 meters tall, about 15 meters long, and it would have hunted large titanosaurs, and was found in 1993 by an amateur collector by the name of Ruben Carlini, and was named by Coria and Salgado in 1995. And this figure, it would have been significantly larger than both Carcharodontosaurus and and Tyrannosaurus, but would have been slightly smaller than Spinosaurus. And let's start with the review. And the head sculpt is amazing. It's amazing. And yes, it looks like it has binocular vision. One eye seems to be going straight, the other one off to the side. And yeah, the mouth, it has the signature Papo articulating jaw, which you can open at any. You can open the jaw at any angle. Like, for example, you want it to just growl, or just be drinking water, or you want it to be full, or you want it to be open all the way, roaring, or eating. And of course, the inside is amazing. Papo always does a magnificent job of the interior of their figures, their individually sculpted teeth, the amazingly sculpted tongue, and the inside of the mouth, especially on the roof. That's where Papo starts to shine. And yes, I don't know if you can see it on your side, but on my side, there is a coating of gloss on the mouth. I don't know if it can appear on your side, but there's a coating of gloss. And there was one little detail on my figure. There seems to be paint drip. Seems to be like paint dripped and started to harden. Yeah, minor detail, but still amazing. And you have this curved neck, which I don't know why, but it reminds me of the old Carnegie acro. I don't know why. Maybe because of the the back seemed to be slightly higher than the body. Yet, especially on the neck. Sorry for my loud background. There seems to be like some sort of large spine. Yeah, that's minor detail. You have the little bumps. Yeah, and a lot of people don't really like the fact that the spine is raised. I don't really like it either. Yeah. Mostly because I don't think it's really realistic having the spine be raised over the body. But anyway, you have those little scales, which is of course another reason why Papo shines on this figure. It seems like they individually molded the scales and feels like actual reptilian scales. Even though some people might think that large theropods would have had feathers, much like T-Rex. I don't, and I prefer Giganotosaurus to be scaly because I'm already used to seeing T-Rex with feathers, but Giganotosaurus with feathers, I don't really see that. And for the arms, of course, you have the claw-tipped arms, and very small, and I saw a video on YouTube where someone mocked the arms being outwards, and I don't really like it because it looks like he's trying to give you a big hug. I don't know if you can see it. And that same video also mocked the Therizinosaurus's outward facing arms and had them like dancing together on their review. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think the name of the channel was Killer Shrew Fan? Killer Shrew something. And you have those, have more scalation, and it is, I don't know if it's just me or it seems like the ribs are starting to show. Another reason why I don't, yeah, seems like he's been starved for so long. He's skinny. You have the light underbelly, which another great detail, because a lot of other toy manufacturers just have it like dark and then just suddenly transform into the lighter color. On Papo, they actually start transitioning, so you see the dark scales start to get lighter progressively until it eventually reaches the underbelly, which goes from the jaw to the tail. And one minor note, the feet seems to be a seam line on mine. It's very minute. I just noticed it about an hour ago. Yeah, and for the rest of the body, it's basically the same with a few bumps and grooves, which is amazing on Papo. And for the legs, yeah, I kind of like the legs because it helps balances the figure out, and I can see why the arms are also on the side. Maybe to help balance the figure out as well, because maybe it could like fall on one side too much or on one side too much. And yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but there are like little brown stripes, which is Papo's attention to detail is always amazing. The feet are actually much smaller than I thought they would. Yeah, and the padding on the feet is amazing. But there's one little detail I don't really like. The feet, yeah, the seam line, that always gets in the way. But all in all, the feet are amazingly sculpted and detailed. Same with the other. This one that has a seam line, but it's less noticeable. You have that extra claw-like toe, I mean. For the tail, it's basically like the rest of the body, except the stripes are a bit lighter and more noticeable. Some people, I really like the stripes. It's reminiscent of the green standing Papo T-Rex they released a while back. I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, but I'll probably find it on eBay. And from the back side, it kind of reminds me of those old retro dinosaur films with, like, for example, like 100 million years BC, you had that T-Rex is dragging its tail on the ground, which a lot of people don't like the fact that it's dragging its tail, but I do. Because those, even though those old retro movies were like pretty cheesy and the dinosaurs are unscientifically accurate, the stop motion on those was amazing. Sorry I got on a little tangent, but all in all, the figure, I'd say I'd give it out of 10, 8.5. Mostly because of the raised spine and the fact that the ribs are kind of showing and the widespread arms. And for the size, it's about 7.5 inches, and about the tail, it's about 8.5 inches long. Sorry, that's the height. So it's either 7.5 or 8.5 inches. I can't really tell. And it's about 6 inches long. For size comparison, we have another Papo figure, which is the Papo 2007 Spinosaurus, which I reviewed about a week ago. It was my first YouTube video, so you guys probably know already. Yeah, it doesn't really scale up well, but it does kind of look good. Like they're both roaring at each other. Yeah, this could be someone should take advantage of these two. Make like a dynamic dinosaur photo. And for another size comparison, I have one of my other Giganotosaurus figures, and that is the juvenile Giganotosaurus. I have to point my camera all the way down because it's so puny. And these two kind of really do size up with each other. Maybe this one could be a female because of its duller colors, and this could be a male because of its much brighter and vibrant colors. Yeah. So all in all, the Papo 2020 Giganotosaurus is not a bad figure. Please excuse my background. But it does have a few minor flaws, which I touched on. So please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about my channel. It helps my channel out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.